Right then, so today is the day that I'm going to be changing the oil in the rear diff, transfer box and the front diff on the L322. There's a few things I'll be doing that aren't best practice. This is not a how-to. Do not necessarily go copying anything I'm doing. I'm just showing you the way I'm going about it on my particular project. Also, from a safety point of view, if you don't feel you're competent for any of these things, don't do them. Save up the money, get a professional to do it. Anyway, boring stuff out of the way, let's get cracking. Okay, so here's the kit that I'm basically going to be doing today. One thing that's worth doing is having a look underneath. I mean, I've watched a few YouTube videos to show me pointers on where things are, what tools I'm going to need and stuff like that. I can tell you from just being underneath and having a good look front, middle and back on my car that the stuff I've seen in the videos isn't true. At least it isn't for my model. Bloody windy and rainy out here today, which is a pain in the arse doing work on the drive, but hey, I haven't got a garage, that's what you got to do. Right, so what I mean by that is I went off and bought this, which is something you're going to need. At least I thought it was something I would need for both of the diffs. As it turns out, I do need it, but only for the front diff. This is a 14mm Allen key socket with a 1/2 inch drive, so it just goes on the end of your ratchet spanner. This will fit, as I've just been under and checked both the filler and drain plug on the front diff, so I'm going to need that. The transfer case in the middle, it doesn't match quite what I've seen in the videos, and I will be needing an 8mm Allen key to open both the filler and drain for that as well. The rear diff, on the other hand, was a bit different to what I've seen. It doesn't look the same, so it must be a different design. The drain is right on the bottom, and we'll take a 3/8 drive square fitting right in the bottom to release the drain. I'll be honest, it looks really corroded and seized up as well. So and just to finish that off, and the filler, just to complicate things even more, appears to fit a 7mm Allen key for the filler. So, you know, all sorts of different fixtures and fittings to do this job. Obviously gloves. I've got a torque wrench for torquing up at the end. I'll give you the torque specs for what I do know anyway. That's a hand pump. I'll be honest, I hate using this hand pump, but I haven't got, I have ordered one, but I haven't got, you know, the syringe, the suction guns. So that's in the post still, so I'll just want to get this done today, so I'm going to use that anyway. Obviously a bowl, and I'm using fully synthetic 75/90. Well, that's something that's not to spec as well. If you go and buy the book, you won't be putting this in the transfer case. I am, because it appears from some threads I've read that you can, and I'll be honest, on this car it's got 167,000 on the clock. As long as I've got no moisture in there and oil that's remotely something like what it needs to be, that'll be fine. But yeah, you can use the FMB 26, what is it, Bot 26 FMB1 or something like that. That's the proper stuff. I can't be asked to go and get that. So as it happens, I've got some of this 75/90 left from the Mercedes COK I used to have. Right, that's it. Let's get going. Just something else I wanted to point out is the easiest ways into all of these places. Something that I said in a previous video that I'm doing again today. Not best practice, but I'm a lazy bastard. I'm not putting this up on axle stands to do this. I haven't got a pit and I haven't got anything to raise it up, so I'm just putting the suspension on the higher setting. And if you're slim enough, you'll still just about get under to get onto all of these. You can get to the rear axle dead easy. You can get to the transfer case. Let me just go back where I've just positioned these here. This is the easiest way in to get to the front diff. And here is the easiest way to access the transfer case. And pretty obviously, straight under the back here is the easiest way to get to the rear diff. And I'll show you close up to these in a second. Right, so I'm just coming underneath the front of the car now, shuffling myself in. Easiest thing to show you, if I just point that there, that is the drain plug for the front diff. And if we just point upwards a little bit, I don't know if you can see without the light on, that there is the filler. I always like to release the filler before I even touch the drain plug on any of these, because the very last thing you want to do is be halfway through draining the diff and then find that you can't fill it up again because you can't get the filler open. Anyway, let's get cracking on that now. That's interesting. I can't quite do it, so I do need a ratchet extension. Motherfucker. There we go. So here's the front diff drain plug. It's pretty grimy. It's important to give this a good clean up with a nice clean rag, and also use clean rag to wipe around the thread on the bottom on the drain point of the diff as well, to get any bits of swarf and bits of junk off the thread, so that when you tighten it back up, you tighten it to the correct torque without getting any junk stuck in the thread. Right, that's pretty much drained out and cleaned up. Time to put the drain plug back in, if it'll go. There we go. I believe this is 65 Newton meters it wants torquing back up to, but I'll check that. Check that later. Right. Let's just grab the spanner. Ugh. Yeah, something I'll point out. Although I'm a lazy bastard working just underneath the car, raised up on its suspension, there isn't a lot of space here. And I would definitely advise, if you've got easier means to get the car up off the ground, do it. There we go. I'll just tighten it enough for now. I'll torque it up in a little bit. Push that nasty stinking oil out of the way. I'll mop that up with a bit of tissue in a bit. Right. I don't know if you can quite see the filler from that angle, but this is it here. I've already undone it earlier, so it's loose. In fact, it's finger loose. I can probably do it just like this. There we go. Ta-da! And there's the filler. Give that a clean up and then get pumping. There we go. Time to stop. There we go, let's just tighten it up and then we're nearly done with the front diff. We'll finish off all of them by torquing them up at the end. One other quick thing, although I might cut a few corners here and there, one thing you definitely should do is dispose of your oil properly. It's pretty manky looking from the front diff. Just going to tip that back into the end of this is empty now. The oil container. Got a few more there. It's an old Mercedes one, needs to go back. All your local recycling centres will usually take them in, so dead easy. Right. So let's crack open the fillet. Oh, that is tight. Oh, there we go. Get the bowl in the place. All right. There you go. All right, now that's cracked open. Should be able to do it by hand. I think this might splash, so eye protection probably would have been a good idea. But like I say, it's not a how-to. This isn't college. But it would have been a good idea, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can see there. That's pretty clean, and the copper ring on it looks pretty new as well. So it looks like it may have been done. But we're gonna do it again anyway. Alright, let's just do that up like that for now, and we'll torque it up later. There we go. There we go. And it's just starting to dribble out.